right. Sue Reynolds. Thank you for this opportunity. I am very concerned about the use of the word all, Black Lives Matter. I think it's impossible for you to separate it from the organization. And I think maybe it's intentional on some of your part to do that. Whether it is or not, I think it's very divisive, because if you look at the organization, they have, just in June, they received over $430 million donation. And where does the money go to help people in Black communities? I don't know. I mean, they've been in existence for 7 years. So what are they doing with the money? I have never seen any results. So I think it's better not to be divisive and to use that term. And it's very interesting that in listening to all the comments and things that you did June 10th and the 24th, there was discussion of changing the way the police do things and bringing social services in instead of the police. So for you to say that you weren't looking at that, and then suddenly you want to look at the funding and how police are managing, and I think that's almost like in a prejudiced response to one man's horrible action. And I think it's also strange that you never addressed all the rioting that was going on, even in Santa Monica nearby. Well, my cousin lives on 4th Street in Santa Monica, and 3rd Street was destroyed. People bringing in pallets of bricks. And this started with a Black Lives Matter protest. So for me, that's frightening. And I don't want to see that happen in our community. And I think that the president has also made some opportunity zones in other areas for Black communities. So why don't you look into positive outcomes? That if you feel there's a need in our community, take advantage of what's available. So those are my comments.
Thank you very much for your comments.
Start right now?
Yeah. Start by stating your name, please.
Okay, let me hang on. Let me take a drink of water. Hello, everybody. Thank you very much for allowing me to take a couple minutes to say my point of view on the subject. I had recently heard that somebody in the city council wanted to defund the police department and give that money instead to something called Black Lives Matter. Well, I mean, I do understand and appreciate, the some of the horrific things that have happened in our country and some of the injustices that definitely need to be taken care of. However, Black lives may matter, but also, Jewish lives matter, and senior citizens' lives matter, and Hispanics' lives matter, and Asian lives matter, and American lives matter, and all our lives really matter. And to defund the police department that is doing a good job, to put it into an organization that who even knows who runs it, just seems to be a little bit not the wisest thing to do. And I've lived in Camarillo for almost 40 years, and I have never heard of our police department doing anything wrong, doing anything out of the ordinary, being prejudiced in any way or sort. They've actually done a very good job, and thank God for our police department, because many years ago, my wife at 2 a.m. had to call them because our alarm went off, and within 90 seconds, they showed up at our front door to help save her, to make sure that what was happening here and what set the alarm off was solved. So, thank God the police department was there. So I just wanted to say that I believe it would be unwise to defund the police department, especially in our local area of Thank you very much.
Thank you for your comments.
Thank you. My name is Barbara Ito, and I want to thank you for this opportunity to speak. Let me first say that I appreciate what Vice Mayor Santangelo said about her proposed resolution. I can tell that it is very heartfelt. Regardless, I would like to now talk about something that I've been reading. It's a book called How to Be an Anti-Racist. It's written by Ibram X. Kendi. He says, and I'm paraphrasing, being a racist is to constantly redefine being racist in a way that exonerates one's changing policies, ideas, and practices. Racism is a marriage of racist policies and ideas that procures and normalizes racial inequalities. Racist policies are any measure that produces or sustains racial inequality between racial groups. Policies are written and unwritten laws, rules, procedures, regulations, and guidelines that govern people. There is no such thing as a non-racist or racial neutral policy, as all are derived to benefit one race over another. Color is a racist term. Until we can come together as a community, whether it be local, state, federal, or global, regardless of color, racism will flourish. That having been said, I understand that we all want to say that Black Lives Matter, but I think once you qualify that statement, you are being racist. If we allow racism a place in our dialogue, we will be racist and not anti-racist. So I beg you to take out the word black and rethink your resolution to state that all of our lives matter. And I understand it's very hard to do so. I am a white woman. I'm married to a Japanese man, so I understand the difference in cultures. But I am very concerned that once you define something, it becomes racist. Thank you very much for letting me speak.
Thank you for your comments.
Right, thank you. Should I just begin?
Yeah, please start by stating your name.
My name is Nedford Kindig,
Go ahead.
and I live in the county, so the police department is very important to us. And I notice that they've had nothing but commendations for all the time that I have lived here, which is for 50 years. So I don't even know why this has come up, except that it's just somebody else climbing on this bandwagon that wants to defund the police. I am completely against that. I have no problem if somebody wants to certainly check the budget, but the way it was done, I don't think, I think it's very arbitrary. And as far as the city council having any kind of an endorsement of Black Lives Matter, it's completely unnecessary. The city council does not have to take a stand. And Black Lives Matter, in capital letters, is a Marxist organization. We should have nothing to do with it. And as far as I'm concerned, and a whole lot of people that are out there today, that I would say that every life matters. Every life. There is no reason that we need to have any kind of declaration that we're in favor of Black Lives Matter. It's completely unnecessary for the city council. So that's pretty much all I have to say, and I thank you for giving me a chance.